by putting thousands of Sikh families under the knife. And what I've written, I was going to say that it's not really for the faint-hearted, but I mean, like Awsome said, faint-heartedness shouldn't really be in our vocabulary anyway, so I'm just going to say it as it is. What I've based this on is it's the night after Indira Gandhi was assassinated, when all the mobs started coming around with matches and petrol and setting fire to our people. And this is written from the point of view of one of the women that were trapped in that carnage. And she's looking back now, after 27 years, and telling her story. I asked everyone last time to close their eyes. If everyone could do that now, I'd be really grateful. And just try and imagine the scene in front of you. Just try and feel the woman's pain. She's telling you, these are our people, this is our mother. The people in the story, they're our fathers, they're our sisters. So try and feel the pain, because if you don't feel the pain, if you just read about the stories, then there's no point in taking in the story if you're not going to feel the pain of the people involved. This is that Singhani's story. This is her sacrifice. I don't want to live because I feel so alone, consumed by my hate and now my heart's turned to stone. So many tears as I face all my fears, feeling the pain now for 27 years, and I can't take more of this thing they call life. My thoughts kill my brain like the cuts from a knife, and still I try and put my memories aside, cause when I think it's like mental suicide. No matter what I do, I can't stop feeling sad, even when I think of good times that we had. Happier than anyone would have guessed. A normal family sharing the love we were blessed, yo. My husband never stepped on the war scene. He didn't want to leave our daughter who was 14. He always said she was the light of his world. I love her so much, but she was always daddy's girl. This was it, the life we enjoyed. All of a sudden, though, our dreams were destroyed. The one night, yo, we just heard the news. We didn't understand, got a little confused. Cause they were saying that we broke their trust and they were gonna come around killing people like us. And then it happened, the sound hit my ear of people crying outside with pain and fear. My husband got his gun from the drawer. He said stay calm while he checked all the doors. But then we found that it was too late. The men already ran in through the front gate with matches, petrol and bars of metal. We weren't even part of the fight that they wanted to settle. My husband protected us as he would. He loaded up his gun and shot as many as he could, trying to get his family out of this submission with just 6 bullets as his total ammunition. Fired his last and I hear what he said. He told me and my daughter to go hide under the bed. But I was shook, I couldn't move when I tried. Told my daughter that I loved her and she had to go and hide. I saw my husband when he dropped his revolver, hitting the floor when he got shot in the shoulder. And even when they start to kick him on the ground, he stresses about us as he tries to look around. And this is when I feel my heart begin to rot. I start screaming and I'm begging him to stop. But then his bug, yo, they started to remove, tied his hands behind his back with it so that he couldn't move. Shouting at him as they hold him in the corner. Told your woman to shut up, you better warn her. Cause if you don't, yo, we're all gonna make her. When we beat her to the ground and we rape her. But then one man came across and he said, look who I found hiding underneath the bed. We'll go ahead and rape their daughter instead. My husband cries out while I'm wishing I was dead. I try and move but they hold me from my neck, forcing me to see my world turn into a wreck. My daughter shouts out for us so she knows what's gonna happen next when they're ripping off her clothes. My husband cries out, his heart burns. They rape our little girl and they're taking it in turns. We have to listen to them calling her a whore. I beg for them to kill us cause we can't take any more. And when they finish, you'll then reach for the can of petrol to do what came next on the plan. Emptied the can onto a tire, put it round my husband's neck and then they lit it on fire. Weren't even part of their sick little games. Were made to stand by as we watched him in flames. I kept wishing that I was just dreaming. In any minute I'd be waking up screaming. But he was dead and it was all too late. The men just walk away as they reach for the gate. My daughter stands there crying as we're stunned. I'm screaming as I hold the burnt body of my husband. They knew exactly what they put us through. And that's why they didn't throw me and my daughter on the fire too, so that we'd have to live the rest of our lives suffering until finally death arrives. So that was it, and now my world's in a state. The government is saying that they're gonna compensate, but yo, how can they fix it with paper? When my daughter still walks past the people that are draped her, and plus the money that they gave, how was that enough to get us by? Now we're on the streets living rough. So now we're homeless, helpless and soulless. But the flames in my mind still burn in the coldness. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
Okay, just before we leave.